Hello, fellow fish nerds, and happy Fry Friday to you. I'm sure if you know anything about fish, like what most of my fish nerd friends do, you'll already know the answer to the question in the title, if I had more guppy fry or super red bristlenose Pleco fry. Also, in the first 20 seconds so far, you've already seen the answer to the question, but the answer is pretty obvious. Guppies breed like guppies. I think rabbits actually breed like guppies. I think that saying should be changed to where, things breed like rabbits. No, things are breeding like guppies. I think should be more realistic. Because, well, you just look around this tank. I mean, look at that. There's just fry movement everywhere. But this is in part of a new kind of experiment, curiosity. I'm breeding all of the females in this tank with this one male, or at least that's the plan. Is a obviously a lyre tail. Looks like it's been an Endler's cross at some point in the lineage, and he's trying to show off that female a little bit right there. And I actually think he just bred with her a little bit right there. She's pretty sure she's a mother of quite a few of these fry in here. But I know I haven't posted a video in a while. I've been thinking about doing a water change Wednesday video about this tank as well on a separate topic. But obviously the fry explosion in here is just so substantial that I obviously had to make a video about it. But an update on the super red Bristlenose Plecos from the Fish Nerd, which I'll post a link to his channel in the top right hand corner of this video. There are two of the ones I got from him. See, that one on the left side of the screen towards the back is the one that's definitely a male. The one on the right side I think is a female. Here's another one right here, then another. The fourth one is underneath the log, munching on some fibrous material. I actually sourced this log or this piece of driftwood from the woods local to me. I soaked it for a while to make sure it was pretty safe and put it in here, and eventually it sank. I'm still waiting on that piece of driftwood up there to sink, but it is not sunk yet. But if Carlos, the fish nerd, is watching this, yeah, I know you sent me 5, but there's only 4 right now. The problem is, my own stupidity is that I don't have a top on this tank, and at that time I didn't have this much duckweed growing. So one of them got startled, I guess, when it was. They like to hang out up there near the heater, near this K1 Coldness DIY filter. They like to hang out near that a lot, and I guess they got startled with something and they jumped out. So I now have Pleco jerky back behind my tank, and well, I had it. And anyways, there's a shot of one of them. They're growing slowly but steadily. I'm feeding them on green beans about, I'd say, 3 or 4 times a week. My students like to watch them because they look different. They're a different color than just the guppies. My students love watching the guppies because the guppies are having lots of babies. See, there's the male. You can tell by his bristles on his nose. And he's one that I've been pretty sure has been a male since the very beginning, as soon as I got him. Then there's another one that has a few bristles, and I'm hoping that I think the males are getting pretty close to size, and the females are still just taking a little while longer. But anyways, my students love watching the guppies with all the fry, all the activity to watch, and with this many fry, it kind of makes it so that with this many females and this many batches of babies coming out at any given time, it kind of makes it so that more fry survive, so my students don't really notice the ones that get eaten. It has posed some really good questions from them. They've asked me if the Plecos will eat the guppy fry. I'm like, literally, the fry would have to swim up into a Pleco's mouth for a Pleco to eat it, because the Plecos are strictly herbivores. At least the Bristlenose Plecos are strictly herbivores. There are some, like the zebra Pleco, the L46 Pleco is more carnivorous. But my students, knowing the many lessons I've taught them about guppies and guppies in life, and don't be a guppy in life, is that guppies are possibly dumb enough to actually swim up into a Pleco's mouth. So it's a possible yes, a probable no. So that's a nice picture right there. Actually, might be the thumbnail. So my students have learned, they've seen that guppies like two things: eating and breeding. And other than that, they're really dumb. So I tell my students, don't be a guppy in life. And it's caught on a little bit. They say to other students, don't be a guppy. So lots of life lessons can be taught by keeping fish, even. And then the super red Bristlenose Plecos, it's really cool to tell my students about how the Plecos breed and their whole breeding process, how the males will go into their caves right here eventually when they're ready and the females are ready, and they'll go set up a little man cave in there and entice the female and trap her in there until she releases eggs, and all the girls gasp at that moment, like, oh, that's not cool. I'm like, no, just wait, you'll love the ending. And then eventually once the female releases eggs, the male fertilizes them, he lets the female go, and it looks like he's trying to get her attention over there a little bit, because he is definitely the dominant one in his tank. When I put food in, he's one of the first ones to go after and chase the other ones off. So, but anyways, back to the story is that the girls love the next part of once the female is kicked out, and once her eggs are released and the male fertilizes them, he then raises the young, and the female can go swim off and be free, and the girls love that part. It's like a happy ending for them. So they think that's like the coolest part ever. So it definitely is a pretty cool, pretty interesting, or in the words of Corey, it's super cool story about how they breed and reproduce and everything like that. It's definitely an interesting style of husbandry, not husbandry, but definitely breeding. But anyways, and then guppies are basically just you put a male and a female in some water, there's going to be some babies in about a month or less sometimes. And then the students obviously noticed, as you might have noticed in previous shots where I zoom out and it's actually in focus, this tank is definitely quite full of snails. It looks actually worse in person than it does here, but there's a nice shot of some more in that Pleco cave right there, which I'll post a link to these Pleco caves down below. Where's another big group of snails? Here's some ram's horn snails, which those aren't as bad as the pond snails, the bladder snails, whatever you want to call them. Here's a large group of pond snails over here. Sorry for the quick movement. So here they are right here. No, well, there we go. There's quite a bit of pond snail action going on. Oh, and some ram's horn snails. Yeah, the pond snails aren't really doing any damage. My plants are, as you can see, are all doing just fine. I have cleaned the tank out a little bit. I had this one really tall, long plant that was growing out of the tank, and I've taken that one out and cut it down a little bit, and the smaller parts are in other tanks right now. But the Anubias nanopetit is doing fine. The pennywort is growing like pennywort does over the past few days. I mean, I think last Friday, a week ago, it was maybe like this tall right here, and now it's grown quite a bit in just a week's time. It's crazy to watch how much it grows just over a week's time. The Rotella, is that what it's called when I'm thinking about food? That's Rotel. But anyways, that's growing quite nicely in here. The jungle val in the back is doing fine. The snails aren't bothering that. The snails are just doing a good job of eating any uneaten food. They keep that clean for the most part. The only frustrating part about them, I would say, is that they tend to get to the food sometimes before some of the other Plecos do. And when I say food, I mean green beans, which I usually drop in this area right here. But that's the only annoying part about them, is that I worry that they're taking away food from the Plecos, but I figure the Plecos can definitely easily push the snails out of their way, and the snails are fast. The Plecos are faster than the snails, so they should definitely be able to get first dibs on the green beans there. But because of the number of snails, I don't have any extra green bean waste left over after 24 hours. They're gone, which is nice, so I don't have to worry as much about water quality crashing from too much uneaten food. So the snails are serving a purpose. They aren't harming any of my plants. They are keeping the dead parts of the plants trimmed away, which is nice. I was noticing a Pleco earlier on this Anubias nanopetit plant. I think it was munching on some algae, which was definitely helpful of that Pleco to be doing that for me. I do appreciate it. So Anyways, I think I've done enough rambling for this video. I really do appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't already done so, please give it a subscribe and give me a subscribe and turn on notifications so you can stay updated when these Plecos finally do breed. There's the male once again. Of course, you can finally see what these guppy fry look like. I'm hoping they start to look like that male that I have in here. There he is, right in the middle. He is much cooler looking in better lighting, but with the duckweed covering, he doesn't look as nice as what he does right now. But anyways, also be sure to comment below with any thoughts or questions you have. A lot of thoughts and questions and comments do turn into future videos for content. I do appreciate those. If you could share my channel and my videos, that really helps me out a lot. If you haven't done any of your last minute Christmas shopping yet, please do me a favor, like Chris from Multitank Addiction has done, and did his Christmas shopping through my Amazon affiliate links down below this video. So Chris, if you're watching this, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. That $1.76 will be well spent. That's just our ongoing joke. How much I get from it it's not $1.76. It might be more. I don't know. I haven't checked the totals yet, but that is the ongoing joke. But Chris, definitely thank you. So for that, Chris, I'll definitely put a link to your channel under this video and at the end of this video on the end screen, and I really do appreciate it. I'm glad the link worked. And Michael from Michael's Fish Room, if you're watching this, I tried to order dog food through your Amazon affiliate link, and it was an error in the link. So I'll try it again soon when I need to do some more Christmas shopping here in the next week or so. But just want to let you know. I know I should probably message you on Facebook about that or something. But anyway, just want to let you know. And everybody, do appreciate those that do shop through my Amazon affiliate link. I do try to repay the favor to other fellow fish channels like Michael from Michael's Fish Room. So that, because obviously I can't order through my own link. It doesn't work that way. So obviously I'd like to, if I'm going to order on Amazon, which is pretty regular, I do like to order through my friends' links. So I appreciate to all of you that do that. And also check out links to my shirts, my channel shirts down below. I am pretty proud of them. I do wear them pretty regularly. But yeah, they're pretty nice. So check them out. The link's below. And oh, if you get a chance, if you want to find another way to help my channel, completely up to you. If you're above the age of 18, by the way, I do not want kids donating their tooth fairy money or whatever to this. But my PayPal.me link is down below as well. And if you want that to go to fish food or green beans or whatever, just let me know in the comments for whenever you do that, and I will go buy that item and make a video for you for that donations, which is greatly appreciated. Just a heads up for an upcoming video, I did get some fish in the mail. Trying to decide whether or not I should, how I'm going to go about posting that video or posting that news. So pretty excited about that order. So anyways, comment below with any thoughts or questions you have, and have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and hope to see you all. Hopefully I'll be posting on another video soon, but check out my live streams on Monday nights about 9 p.m. Eastern, after Bob's stream. But anyways, until that time, stay tuned and stay fishy, people.